To help you work your way through this video course, there's a few things I'll highlight before we move on. First of all, if you're working in CorelDRAW X6, you'll see this bar appear when you open this working file. Effectively, CorelDRAW X6 has a number of new features in the area of working with text. And for this file to be compatible to utilize those features, you need to choose Update. And you'll find that with any older document you open. Well, in this training course, we're not going to go through those new features. So you can either choose to update and then save the file, or close the X to remove this bar. All right, moving on. Down the bottom of the document here, can you see we have page tabs? If you click one of these, say number 3 there, well, that will take me to that page. That will be lesson 3. It will also correspond to video number 3 as well, okay? That will help you to find varying lessons if you do get a little lost. You can navigate these pages, as you can see here, by clicking on the little arrow and move through the pages as you go. You can move to the front by clicking the last little arrow, or to the end by clicking the one on the other end, as you can see there. I will teach you more about this as we move on, but for right now, that's how you quickly navigate around the course. Now, I'm just going to delete this. Underneath, I've got a few more things to show you. If you'll notice, when we went to page 3, there's a number of images at the bottom of this page which are demonstrating keyboard shortcuts. And as you learn keyboard shortcuts, you'll find your ability to work quickly will start to improve. Keyboard shortcuts are demonstrated in a few ways. First of all, you might simply see a single keyboard stroke. In this case, F9. Now the F9 or the F keys are usually situated at the top of your keyboard. So in this case, I'd simply tap the F9 key you can see right there to activate that particular shortcut. Sometimes there are combinations of keystrokes. In this case, I would hold my finger on the control key. Now while holding that down, I would then tap the O key to activate that shortcut. Sometimes we'll have a keyboard and mouse combination. In this case, I'll hold my finger on the Shift key, and the pink area on the left side of the mouse indicates click that left button. So finger on Shift while holding that down, click the left mouse button. Now this refers to having the zoom tool selected to perform that shortcut. Of course, as you can see, we can move along and have Control, hold down Shift as well, and then left mouse click to do the action that has been described here. And finally, whenever you see a side of the mouse activated and an arrow, it means to, in this case, left click on the zoom tool. Or you may occasionally be told to right click, and we'll talk more about that as we move along. Well, finally, the last important thing. When you go to a page, if the page doesn't look right, or it's all out of context and the zoom doesn't look right, to quickly get back to the appropriate zoom, just tap F4 on your keyboard. And I've written that there as a reminder for you. Every time you come in, simply tap the F4 key. Well, that's the end of this lesson. So now we're going to move on to lesson 2. So if you go ahead now, watch video 2, and then come back and, of course, click on page 2.